Hello, beautiful people. I hope you wanted to see my face again because I'm not going anywhere. If you saw my first video, welcome back. I'm glad to see you again. You look more beautiful than you did last time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. So recently, me and my girlfriend, we just watched the Smile movies, Smile 1 and 2. And I am, in love with those movies. I highly recommend you give them a watch. I'm not going to say too much about them. I'm going to tell you enough to hopefully interest you. And when I'm done explaining that, I'm going to talk to you about a little thread of thoughts that this movie took me down. First, I'm going to tell you why I love these movies so much. First off, the cinematography is fucking amazing. Secondly, the storytelling is great, despite what one of my friends would tell you. You're an idiot and you're wrong, by the way. The concept is simple and they squeeze every little drop of storytelling out of it. And in terms of setting up for the third film, which has been announced, they do a fucking phenomenal job at leaving things open in the air with that concept. And I'm excited. To explain a little bit without saying too much, the movie's about a creature that exists inside of people's minds, and it lives in there to feed on people's trauma. After about 4 days to a week, it weakens the person so much it could literally take over their body, and then it uses their body to do something horrific. I don't want to say exactly what, because I don't want to piss YouTube off, but let's just say it does something horrific in front of another person, so that it could jump from one person's body to another using the trauma it caused. It's great. It's wonderful. You need to watch it. So on to the thread of thought that this movie made me have. I watched it late at night, and whenever I'm up super late, my mind overthinks and makes bridges to like 90 different things. I'll have a string of thoughts that by the end of it, what I started with and what I ended with are barely related at all. So just prepare for that. So the fact that I love these movies so much, and I'm so genuinely excited for the third movie, like that level of excited, it made me start to think about my relationship with horror throughout my life and how differently I view it now than I did when I was, when I was little. Especially since I've had such a steep increase in how many that I've seen. Like 2 years ago, I had probably seen 10 total. Now I've probably seen like 50. I've over-exaggerated that just a tad. And thinking about that led to me thinking about what my first experience with horror was. And I really couldn't specifically tell you what that was, but it did make me pull a deep memory of a trailer for a movie that I saw when I was little that scared the shit out of me. And it was a movie called One Missed Call. And I've never seen this movie, but I have a vivid memory of seeing the trailer and being terrified of that and the poster. Look at this fucking poster. Imagine seeing this when you're like, let me see, it came out in 2008, so I would have been seeing the trailer in like 2007, so I would have been 6 or 7 years old seeing this shit. Well, after I remembered the trailer, I was like, I want to go back and watch that trailer and see if it's anything like I remember. It's not, first of all. I'm just going to get that out of the way.
When the call goes straight to voicemail, your world
What's your voice?
goes straight to hell.
Call came in 2 nights ago.
You get a voicemail, you hear your death, and then you die.
One missed call. Rated PG-13.
I'm just going to get that out of the way. It's nothing like I remember. You know, I'm a kid when I've seen this. Anything that's even contextually scary, I'm shaking, shitting, and pissing, right? Well, I went back and watched it recently. There are some, like, scary... I don't even know if I would call it scary. There's some people with fucked up faces in the trailer, so... You know, there's that. I guess that's kind of, like, creepy. I was waiting for this one scene in the trailer that lives in the back of my mind rent-free. I'm going to paint a picture for you. So imagine someone standing on the platform of a subway. Outside of the platform, it's not even just dark. It is unnaturally pitch black. You can't see anything. And then you see subway lights pulling up slowly. As the subway car starts to park into position, a person with a fucked up face looks out at the person standing at on the platform. He's like... Right? That's what I remember. I remember that vividly. It was scary as shit. That scene's not even in there. The closest thing to it that I think I'm like confusing for was somebody was riding the public bus and you see their face for a half a second and it's all fucked up looking. That was the closest thing to it, right? I'm thinking about watching this movie at some point so I could be fair to it because I've never even seen it. All I've seen is the trailer. The movie looks kind of dog shit, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like ass. but I'm gonna give it a shot just so I can give it an honest shot. The stark difference of what was actually there and what I remembered led me to another thought, which was, damn, things used to be so different when I was a kid. Another memory I have of that trailer, actually, is seeing that subway that apparently I didn't fucking see and being like, huh, wow, I can't wait till I'm older and I get to ride the subway. You know, I sure hope nothing scary happens to me on it, but God, I can't wait to ride it. That looks so fun being an adult. You know, like I'm just a kid and I'm over here excited to take the subways. I've never taken a subway in my life, by the way. I grew up in Louisiana. I've lived here my entire life, so yeah, there's no subways around here. So not only am I like discovering these memories that I have completely misremembered and created my own world for, I also am now starting to remember the feelings I had when I was watching it. Aside from being scared, I was in awe that one day I was gonna get old and ride the subway, and I was so excited for that, and I thought that was going to be so fun. And that's when I started to think about like the final thread in this thought, which was how magical even the mundane seemed as a kid, right? I remember honking the horn in my dad's truck for the first time, being like, because you get excited over literally anything you've never done before. Unless you're scared, you're super excited. You're like, oh boy, I get to go to the DMV with mom, you know? I'm taking this outside, hold up. Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to say, I did a pretty terrible job at segueing into this whole little rant that I go on, but basically, I was talking about how everything was so much more magical as a kid. And when I went outside, I decided to elaborate on that, and yeah, this was the product. Sorry about the audio quality, I did not bring my mic outside. I think it's important to try to find new beauty in even things we already understand. Like even the trees that are around me, you can look up the tree and know everything there is to know about it. But it's still an amazing thing to look at. This big, tall, living creature that just stands around and breathes all day. It's been here for longer than I've been alive. A lot of the trees you look at on a daily basis, they've been here longer than you've been here. Is that not magical? Even this little turtle right here, I bet there's someone who could tell me exactly what that turtle eats and how it bucks, just based off of the fucking patterns on its face. But it's still a magical thing to see. It's another creature that isn't you, and it looks like that. Turtles are cool, man. I know I'm being weird as fuck right now, but nobody's said this to me in a long time, so I think I'm gonna say it to y'all. It's time to find magic in the mundane. It's time to see beauty in things that you really see every day, because that makes life so much better, in my opinion. I think that life is full of so much beauty if you're willing to look for it.
Gorilla bench.
There's sounds of life literally everywhere. There's so many things out here that are living just like you and me. Of course, they did the smart thing by not being smart, so they don't have to pay taxes or anything. They don't have to pay to live anywhere. They just do. You should strive to be more like that. Of course, you're gonna have to live with the fact that we have a government. Of course, you're gonna have to live with the fact that there are healthcare CEOs. Look, find beauty in what you can, right? Don't get obsessed over these exclusively human things that are designed to keep you down, right? Find the beauty in everything you can. You don't have to long for being a child again. Whenever you live like you are one. Whenever you look at the world as it really is, a beautiful place. Of course, it could... Oh shit, Mills is coming. You ever realize they had gorilla benches over here? Huh? Did you ever realize these are gorilla benches? Gorilla benches? Yeah.